Guys, this video is just going to be something that is less directed towards people who already work with reptiles and more of a general video for people who don't really know much about anacondas and I guess have already given into the fear a little bit. So, first thing I want to say right off the bat, if you'll notice, is that she's a very calm animal. She's very relaxed. Um, this is how they are in the wild. And the only reason people think that they're aggressive, which is, first of all, factually incorrect. There's no such thing as an aggressive snake. The right term is defensive because aggression implies that they attack unprovoked. And defensive just means they're protecting themselves. Oh, here comes the little dog. Yeah, no, she's, as you can see, no interest in the dog. And that's because anacondas have a certain amount of, or a certain set of smells that trigger a feeding response. They're generalist feeders, and they'll eat things like, in the wild, fish, rodents, obviously, birds, even on some occasions, other snakes. Now, doggy shampoo is not one of those scents that trigger a feeding response. Regardless, this time of year, she'll only really eat when conditions are totally quiet and it's dark and super calm. Anyway, continuing, a lot of people fear them because of the size factor and a really sad generalization with the media, and even more sad people spreading rumors about them, which is, I think, really characteristic of a messed up person to like slander an animal that literally has not had any confirmed deaths ever. I mean, research it yourself. Look it up. You know, if you hear people going on about these animals, like, oh, this anaconda is gonna kill everyone, look it up. You know, don't be a sheep. Don't don't just sit down and be like, well, you know, must be true. I'm sick and tired of seeing people sit down and gawk at these guys as monsters when I sit down and I work with them every single day for years and I see what they're actually like. Even towards people, you know, they're not mean at all. Like, this girl right here doesn't have a mean bone in her body, and yet I have to deal with people going on about, oh, anacondas, it's gonna eat you, it's gonna eat your dog, it's gonna eat, you know. It's like, that's it. Like, really, that's enough. So yeah, I mean, this is what they're like, you know. They're not mean animals. Some anacondas can be a little defensive and they'll strike at you, but they certainly won't bite you and coil you and try to eat you. And that's only because, you know, they're afraid. They're not going to try to harm you, especially if they don't have to. That's the last thing these guys want to do. Even in the wild, they'd rather just run away than, you know, even try to defend themselves. So I think what I'm trying to get at in this very general video is that if you don't know anything about these animals, go ahead and if you want to make a statement on them publicly, if you want to spread something about them, do your research first. You know, I have to sit here, and there's not many people who keep anacondas, and there's not many people who understand these animals. So I have to sit here and correct thousands of people daily, and you know, it starts to get really annoying when people sit down and call these guys all sorts of names. So it's really a testament to how uneducated, you know, the population is. And yeah, I'm trying to change that as best I can. Yeah, obviously there's so many people, or well, not so many, unfortunately. There's a few other people who do this sort of work with anacondas. I'm certainly not the only one. I'm definitely not the best. But you know, don't judge these guys like right off the bat. They're really, really misunderstood animals, and I'm doing my best to show how sweet they are. So, show this video to, someone who, probably needs it. I guess this is sort of a reality check as well. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed Annie moving around while I talk and whatnot. I know I don't post on YouTube very often, but I felt this is something necessary to get off my chest. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support and whatnot, even though I'm not super active. Woo, gotcha. Yeah, they just like to grab onto things. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys.